Mexicans partying next door, boy. They looking. He's got the whole speaker outside and all that shit. Oh, you ain't lying, boy. They be putting them niggas out there for. Millions.
I'm talking about like 90 overall. You still hitting 200,000 for him, dog. Just because niggas didn't know niggas need him for the power.
It's damn shame.
Dang, bro.
Appreciate it, nigga.
They want my fitness on the front page. I do prescription in Dior frames. I had the vision back in 12th grade that I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Don't make me have to lose it. No, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. Ooh, savage, that's a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese dinner. Enough gas to get you a rough average. How many more from my enemies, they bringing my old ways back in my day. Would've had your whole face smack. Look at you, wonder wild ain't rap. Oh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you tryna prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed but with caution, give the proceeds to my god kids. Older than my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop kick by drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talk about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get them comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know what you do.
Play this nigga real quick. Squad out. See what we doing.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Keenum now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. First carry for Royce Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Third and long. It's Keenum. And that is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bears take over. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On first down, Trubisky. And bulldozing his way through. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Lockett, 43 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Keenum on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Parkey with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Keenum to try again after the pick six. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to...
This nigga forced me to play a whole game. He already know he losing, but he just chucking up dumb shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know your patience at all time, look.
Oh, like, come on, bro. I'm just trying to get through this.
Right. So did you, so you didn't end up getting the pink diamond Elijah one from last month, huh?
No, I got for like 10 or some shit, bro. And then DC on the game.
Damn.
My contact took it before, and then they just gave me 2,000 too. And sent me on my way. But I just read for it, bro.
I don't blame you.
What's up? Yo! Yo, come on, bro. Come on, stop making me catch it weird, bro.
Yeah, I hate those catch animations too. You trying to guide it to, and they'll throw it to like the inside where his back is favoring to try and set him up for a catch and shoot shot.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then these niggas be fumbling the ball, bro, when they wide open, bro.
Thanks, bro. If you try to move while they fumbling, then it's a dang going out of bounds.
Oh, come on, boy. Niggas just walking up the court and pulling shit, bro.
Goal line, cheese play, man. Stop playing me. Vic putting that on the dot, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all really doing some bullshit, bro.
Stop playing with me, man. Big.
The nigga not in the game, bro. Come on, boy. Stop letting this nigga hit threes. He shouldn't even believe he in the game, bro.
Wow.
It should be. Yeah, come on, bro. He's down 28.
And they ain't try to give him the boot?
No, I don't know what we're gonna do with him now.
Like I said, normally it matters. You get 28, my nigga. They give you that quick game. Watch out.
30, 29, no people, 28.
Try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. unfortunately haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 10. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Bears, I scored 20 straight points in 2 minutes.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller.
I'm about to go for another down.
Escapes a touchdown, Chicago. Braxton Miller, 60 yards, and the Bears will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Lenzen, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Keenum. Under rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Now Keenum throwing on second. Room to run past midfield. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you're going to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, it's Keenum. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Miller with first down and more. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
This is Cohen. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a give to Miller. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Trubisky on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions,
time to readjust.
yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
I don't know what the hell on.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And a little floater there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when
I
you
ran
can
a
sit
blitz
back
straight up the middle. I hit the quarterback as soon as he threw the ball. He flipped it out to the running back.
Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a
So when that happened,
in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
I had Roquan trailing. As soon as he caught the pass, he had like 3 or 4 steps. I stripped the ball with Roquan, and I had 3 niggas around the ball. And we
out
took
of the gun, Trubisky is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
See what I got. Got that man playing scared.
Trubisky will throw.
Hold the ball.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up.
Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. And Parkey's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 70 yards, and the Bears continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
No, I'm talking about the game. Like, it's just a low.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter.
Ball would tip 3 or 4 times.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Probably wait till Monday.
Returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. To throw, it's Keenum. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Keenum. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it?
It's caught at the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears add on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. Here's Fitzpatrick. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A handoff running left is Miller. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Now it's Trubisky. He hits right, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Lock in, lock in.
Again, it's Cohen. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll run on the draw. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Parkey now. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now Keenum, and he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You're going to have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we could see this thing pile up as we go on.
They try again with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Parkey with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They run. This is Cohen. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears add on. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now Cohen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, Keenum. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw is Keenum. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they take a knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having fun.
There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bears, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.